Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another season of SSL Soccer. It's so good to be back. My name is Zemos, and I'm joined here today by
Val. I don't know why I held that so long.
So we have some Division 1 action for you today. We had day 1 of Division 1 just the other day, but this is actually our first cast back in the new season. And Val, did you do anything fun with your offseason? Oh, we don't get to talk about it. We don't have time for chit-chat. We're right into this with Athênai versus Tokyo. Both teams sitting with 3 points after their first game. Athênai with the +2 goal differential. Tokyo with the +3.
Yeah, both teams scored a lot of goals in that opener. Athênai with the 4-2 win over newly promoted Buenos Aires. 4 goals in that game from 0-44, on brand for him.
Yeah.
While Tokyo a 6-3 thriller with Sao Paulo, a hat trick from Isagi. So, maybe it'll be a calmer game today, but these two teams like to get forward.
No, it's not. It's Nico Fisher with the first goal of the game. No! The first goal of the season!
The torture has begun for you specifically. It was a right call by the assistant referee, but
yeah, it's a right call by the assistant referee. Anderson has to randomly dive for that ball. That's gets it forward to Vind. Over to Ramirez to Labovic, taking it up into the attacking third of the field, being pursued by Visser and Rupp. Labovic takes it towards the back, goes all the way to Ramirez. Gin tonic back to Ramirez. Ramirez goes, just going to kick it off of Versetti's face, but Jaeger with the recovery to Joker to Fisher. Fisher fires again, and that's going to be over the bar.
No immediate ball don't lie there from Fisher as he puts that one just a little bit high, but here's a chance for Tokyo.
Here's Cairo in the box, goes back, looking for Versetti, who goes back to Ness, who PK fires it, and that's going to be off the woodwork, but going to be picked up by Caleb Hayden into the goal. 1-0 Tokyo.
Yeah, these two teams picking up where they left off. The attack is just going absolutely bonkers. Cairo finds Vercetti at the top, finds Nessie, who gets a shot off. It hits the bar, but very good movement there by Hayden. Recognize the rebounds coming to him and clean up the mess. Tokyo 1, Athênai 0.
Ooh, those lines are close.
He is kept onside, I believe, by Lind.
Yeah, excuse me, as I had a moment there as I forgot the word rebound. That apparently left my vocabulary.
Ball is not life, apparently.
Apparently. That's going back to Powdered Toast Man. Forward to Ness again. Nessie goes back. It's going to be kicked off of someone. Gintano's face is going to be fired. That's over the net. That's a goal kick.
You've seen Visser score those before.
Yes, we have.
And was not far off that time.
So here's Lynn going forward to Ramirez. Forward to Gin Tonic, back to Labovic. Labovic goes back to Hyuga. To Jaeger. Forward to 144, who just kind of shoots it. It's going to be tipped wide by Rube. We'll have a corner.
I think Rube saw that one really late. Had to extend very quickly to make that save.
Yeah. Here's Nessie to take the corner. He'll be headed away by Jaeger, looking for Cairo at the near post. But Nessie with the recovery gets it over to Rupp. Rupp goes over the rise, back to Versetti, being trailed by Fisher, all the way back to Powdered Toast Man at about midfield. Over to Touchette. Back forward to Nessie. Nessie taking it into the box, trying to be 2 men, but it's going to be kicked away by Lind. Over to Visser. Visser goes towards the back line, goes over to Touchette. He's going to go back to Isagi. And it looked like we were going to have an attack, but we're just kind of calm here. There's a lot of blue jerseys, but that's just going to be harmlessly picked up by Anderson.
Yeah, it's not a bad decision to shoot from there. Just like you said, a lot of blue jerseys in that box back, helping defend for Athênai.
Yeah.
But Linnea Nessie has been a problem for Athênai so far.
Joel Fisher with the header, but nothing doing. I just had to quickly send my I apologize in advance message to TVC for when she has to edit that first disallowed goal. I do not envy TVC's job. Is Nessie going back to Powdered Toast Man over to Rupp. Rupp can go forward.
This is our tip of the cap to the group that does post-production and editing behind the scenes. Y'all are clutch as hell.
Yep. You get to deal with my stupidity.
Well, that's a baseball.
Here's Rise on the inside of the box. Goes back to Hayden, and that's going to be... It looked like it got blocked, but no, it was just a... it's going to be a goal kick. First cast of the year for everybody.
Happened very quickly. Albashon Touchette played that long ball to Sky Rise, knocked it down to Hayden, but Athênai blocking some shots in the first 20 minutes of this match.
So here's Visser with the steal, back over to Rupp to Toastman. We're in the 22nd minute now. Hayden looks like he was looking for Asagi, but gets it forward to Kaido. Kaido fires, and that's going to be tipped wide by Anderson.
Yeah, these direct balls into the box from Tokyo are just absolutely causing problems for Athênai.
Here's Versetti back to Toastman. Okay.
A lot of action in the Tokyo attacking third.
So now we have Visser over to Asagi. Asagi almost tripped by Gintonic, stays on his feet, keeps the ball, goes back to Visser. Visser going for Rise and Ricochet, but just a little too narrow. So now we have Gintonic. Ramirez going forward to Labovich, going forward to Owen 44. 44 in the box, fires, and that's going to be offside.
Flag. Mm-hmm.
I boo too, crowd. I boo too. Let's just take away the offside rule for a season. Like, what's the worst that could happen?
Cherry picking. Go Burr.
I see no way this goes wrong. So now the half is starting to go by. 41st minute. Here's Gintonic in the box, but gets caught up by Powdered Toast Man. Gets back to Lavovich. Over to Ramirez to Jaeger. There goes Hyuga, and Hyuga's the shot, but it's just over the net, unfortunately.
Yeah, a little bit too much cheddar under that one. As we go into halftime, Tokyo with the 1-0 lead. They have been the better team so far as we look at the XG. They might feel a little bit unlucky that it's not 2-0, but they've had the bulk of the chances. They've had the bulk of the possession. It feels like a lot of the play has been in that final third, but we know Athênai, they can, hit you on the counter really quickly. If they can unleash Owen 44, we saw it last week when he had the 4-goal game against Buenos Aires. But overall, Tokyo's got to be pretty happy with that road first half.
I mean, arguably, it should be 1-1 since we took away the offside rule. So, but
you can't hear me shaking my head, but I'm shaking my head as Laurie Ligmanen comes on for Hyuga.
I would like it known that I messaged TVC. I apologize in advance, and her exact response is, ... should I be excited or terrified? Yes.
That sounds about right.
So here's Yoker taking the corner. And that's going to be headed in by Owen 44. Off the corner kick, we have an equalizer in the 51st minute. It's 1-1.
Yep, I did. I mentioned it earlier. They can unleash Owen 44. I don't think this is the way anyone expected Owen 44 to score a goal today, but doesn't matter how you score it. It's just that it's scored. And It is 1-1 here in Greece.
All right. All right.
Those set pieces can just be trouble because you just can't really do anything about it.
Asagi going back to Versetti. Versetti with the cross, and that's going to be headed away. Picked up by Jaeger. Trying to get past Rise. They headed it forward by 44, but It's going to be recovered by the Salmon Kits of Tokyo. And we're going back on
Salmon.
the attack. Here's Labovich taking it across midfield. Trying to get past Versetti. Does. Gets it to 44. 44. Daylight in front of him. Tries to chip the keeper, but Toastman gets in front of it. And it's cleared out.
Vital block there by Toastman because I feel like the keeper was beat there.
Yeah, he looked like he was on the ground already. I think a chip goes over him, and that's a goal. But here's Nessie to Cairo, and that's going to be saved by Anderson.
Yeah, not really enough on that to trouble Yannick Anderson. It wasn't like particularly amazingly placed. It wasn't really hit with a ton of venom.
All right, so here's 44 going forward to Gintonic.
That's a nice ball.
Gintonic fires from way out, and Rube is ready for it.
I don't think that was the shot there.
No, I don't think that was the play.
Yeah, hold up, look for a late run.
I really knew he had him. Oh, here's Cairo. Blocked by Henrik Lind. Ooh,
yeah, I had a thought to just to add on to that play, but the Athênai defender blocked that too.
Oh, that's offside. Okay, I thought that was like a really close penalty call.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna need to go to the monitor there for a second.
Here's Labovich going back to Gintonic forward, looking for 44. Oh!
That's brave. That was brave from Dobby Rube.
That was very brave. That can go very wrong very quickly, especially with someone like Owen 44. Who, from previous experience with TVC, I found out is one of the best footballers for a reason. But throw back to season 7. Here's Visser. Oh, it's going to be intercepted by Joker. Over to Fisher. Going forward for 44. Who's got daylight in front of him? Only the keeper to beat. Fires it off the post.
He beat the keeper, but couldn't beat the white beam. He didn't respect the equipment on this occasion.
Oh, that's going to be Ness with the block and the header off the corner. And now we have Jaeger. Ryan somehow ends up with the ball. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but,
The ball go boing.
Apparently. Ness on the free kick.
Very good free kick.
It was not. We get it to Labovich. Visser trying to get in front of it, but can't quite get there. Labovich goes for the cross. 44, blocked by Toastman again, but we're going to have another corner kick.
Yeah, Athênai's strategy in the second half has been feed the beast. And aside from that previous corner, Tokyo's been able to do just enough, with some help, of course, from the equipment.
Oh. So here's Visser over the Versetti. Versetti goes back to Rupp, over the Versetti again. Forward looking for Ness. Ness goes back to Rise, and that's Sky Rise. What a well-placed shot. It's 2-1 Tokyo, 79th minute.
Yep, you can't say Athênai haven't had their chances in the second half because they absolutely have. But Tokyo, they got the firepower. They can make you pay. Great ball into Ness. And then Rise is just able to peel off a Newport, gets enough space, places the shot well, and Tokyo have the lead on the road.
So here's Anderson skying it out. Headed by Visser over to Ramirez. So Athênai now has to make something happen. They have to make it happen quickly. Here's Labovich looking for Owen 44, but it's overshot by Toastman. Toastman has been all over Owen 44 today, but here's Owen 44 off the one-timer header, and we have a quick equalizer. 83rd minute.
Commentators, and I cannot stress this enough, curse. So this kind of ping-pongs out to Labovich, and then 44 just sneaks just a little bit off Toastman. Toastman does not go up for that header. I don't think he saw 44 behind him, but that's an immediate response to wrestle back momentum and potentially a point.
Yeah, and we're in stoppage time. That could be the difference between that point. So we're going forward to Ness. Tokyo trying to get on the attack quickly. This game could end at any second. And there it is. The whistle is blown. We have a 2-2 draw in the first game of the day.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the stats. This game was about as even as you could get. Athênai really did turn it on. In that second half, I think a draw is a very fair result. Very entertaining draw.
Mm-hmm.
You know, back and forth, lots of scoring opportunities. You know. So, yeah, fair result. Exciting game. We'll see what effect this has later in the season. But 0-44, by the way, already up to 6 goals this season.
That puts him right in the Golden Boot race.
Why did I know you were going to say that?
Because it's my beginning of every season thing. Someone just scores a goal. Right in the go skyrise in the heat of the Golden Boot race right now. It's just...
Well, I think a lot of people are playing from behind here because, 44 has 6 goals in 2 games. That averages out to a hat trick per game.
Okay, so maybe they're not as in the Golden Boot race as they were in previous years, but...
All right, what's
that's
next?
going to do it our first game. Our next game is Buenos Aires versus Cairo. Cairo currently sitting at the bottom of the table with a -3 goal differential, 0 points. Buenos Aires sitting with a -2 and 0 points.
Yeah.
Let's see where we go from here.
Yeah, last week Buenos Aires got 0-44. They put up a pretty good fight, but the Athênai striker scored 4 goals. Cairo just got Hollywooded. It happens.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, so we'll see what they can do this week in a response.
Oh boy. Now you will note that when I was casting D2 last year, I am a very big Buenos Aires stan. I love Buenos Aires. They're a very fun team to watch. I hope they'll do well in Division 1 this year. They go for Guevara over the Brooks Patron, and that's a good save by the Heretic. But I'm very happy to see them get promoted and get their chance again at the big time here.
That was an ambitious look and almost an effective one.
Right? Howd to Staines. They get over to Jeeves. They find Arasov to Staines again to Normus. Fires. Blocked by of Katarina. Save by Oakdown. We're already in the 23rd minute.
Yum.
You good?
I don't know what it was like me doing like my fast car sound because the game is going by quickly.
I wasn't sure if that was that or a yawn, but it was just...
I don't tend to yawn during these broadcasts.
That is fair. Here's Howd going back to the Heretic, who's going to sky it out. Gets it over to Staines, but it's taken back by Brooks Patron. Looking for Governo, overshot him a little bit though. Back to Howd. Gonna go over to we're having a little bit of camera difficulty here. Little bit of camera difficulty, but that's all right. We're gonna have Torres take the shot, saved by Oakdown. We got to see the shot at least.
Yeah, I mean, we know the camera wasn't actually glitching because otherwise Torres would have scored. Sorry. Sorry, it's I had to do it to him.
Jeeves, that's a save by Oakdown again.
Pretty even first half hour so far.
Yeah. Oakdown.
I feel like it's been a bit cagey. Both teams kind of feeling it out.
Noodle, I feel like dribbled that out of bounds, but they say that Noodle stayed in, so that looked very questionable. Here's Normus going forward to Torres, and that's going to be fired wide.
I feel like the defense for Buenos Aires had their controller disconnect there for a bit. It's like they just randomly stopped. Weird. By
the way, I did notice that... Oh, wait, hold on. Here's Gorkov fires! Blocked by the Heretic. I did notice that we had a Gavin Millar special, but then I realized that it's not a Gavin Millar special anymore because a penalty wasn't awarded. So...
Shots being fired everywhere today.
So
listen, I dished it out earlier to Torres. I have to take it now.
Here's Catalunya going forward to Tali to Brooks. Yeah, you're getting told by the guy who hasn't submitted an update in like 2 real life months. Brooks Patron.
SMH.
I know. Vandersloot won his shot. Placed perfectly in the corner. And that's 1-0 Buenos Aires.
Yep, and you knew if Buenos Aires was going to do something offensively, Edwin Vandersloot, usually a very good candidate to do the thing. He gets the ball from Gaverno, has a lot of space, and that's just an excellent finish past the heretic. No real chance. He dove because, well, he had to look like he tried, but it was just too well placed, too much pace, just really great strike from Vandersloot.
Excuse me, I was dying for a second. All right.
Archive it.
Right. So now we're going to the 41st minute. This might actually take us to the half. Oh, no, we're not going to go to the half here. Here's Knight.
Commentator's curse strikes again, but in a much more harmless way this time.
Staines over to Normis. Normis goes up the side. Staines goes forward, taken by Guevara. Back to Brooks Patron, back to Guevara, over to Knight. Knight going forward, looking for Gorkov, finds Gorkov. Gorkov taking it up the sideline, gets it to Calavera, back to Gorkov. Gorkov goes towards the middle, looking for Edwin Vandersloot. Here we go! Antonio Gaverno! Of the one-timer who scores! And it's 2-0 Buenos Aires.
Yeah, I feel like that came from a broken play. I don't think we're going to quite get the good angle here, but I feel like that ball there deflected. But Buenos Aires making the most of it. Vandersloot has the space, puts it across for Gaverno with the tap-in, and that's the deflating goal for Cairo right before halftime.
So you were saying about that commentator's curse being harmless. Hey, we're going to go to the half. Buenos Aires is up 2-0.
We don't have a camera on the facial expression I just made.
So, Cairo, that's like you said, that's a very deflating end to the first half for Cairo, but they're not out of it. 2 goals is not insurmountable. No deficit is insurmountable. No lead is safe, as I like to tell people. But they're going to need to get... I think they need to get... Oh, okay. Vandersloot just kind of going for the... Yeah. I think the key for Cairo right now is that they have to get on the board quickly. Like within first 10 minutes of this half. And that was almost it.
Ambitious look there from Normis, just a little bit off. But, yeah, the first half was pretty even, but, Buenos Aires took their chances.
Yeah. Here's Mike Checker going over to Gorkov. Gorkov fires, and that's Lauren Gorkov. And that's not what you want to see if you're Cairo. It is 3-0 Buenos Aires.
Yeah, these direct balls cross field are just absolutely shredding Cairo. This one finds Gorkov at the top of the box, and that's just an excellent finish.
Mm-hmm.
Buenos Aires are putting on an absolute finishing clinic right now.
Okay, so remember, I said you need to score within the first 10 minutes, not give up a score within the first 10 minutes. Come on, guys. I know we've had a lot of time
this league, though, so...
Yeah? Stranger things have happened. 56 minute now. My lucky number. It's going to be headed away by Brooks Patron. Recovered by Normis. Over to Howd. Going over to Jeeves to Noodle. Noodle looked like they might have had a shot. Oh my goodness. Aerosol the Law Drip over to Normis. Back over to Arasov. Normus in the box. Slid up. Like, that was a risky tackle by Calavera. But doesn't get called. Still playing around on the inside of the box. Laudrup going in for Noodle. Noodle blocked by Mike Checker. Staying in the box over to Ash James, and that's going to be blocked by Oakdown and then cleared out. But now recovered again. Here's Noodle going for the cross to Torres, but it's going to be headed away by Guevara. And we get a second to breathe.
Yeah, some danger there from Cairo. An excellent save by Oakdown. They kind of need to do that a lot more if they want to get back into this one, which is not presently happening.
Yeah, they're very quickly running out of time. So they got to get something going here. Here's Noodles over to Ash James. Here's a good shot. Fires, saved by Oakdown.
Yeah, I think the idea there was good to shoot, but I feel like he could have gone to the inside post and gotten something accomplished.
Oakdown kind of saved it with his face too. That was
or the near post, I should say.
Yeah. Here's Normus over to Laudrup, going forward deep, looking for Torres, but Guevara gets in front of it. And now Normus with the recovery on the steal, but intercepted by Guevara. Over to Gorkov, taking it past the halfway point of the field, otherwise known as midfield, for people who don't forget words. Like I said, first day of the season for commentators, you know.
That was not the best clearance there.
We got to get back into the groove here. We look for Gaverno again, but it's going to be headed away. Black going to take it out. But it's going to be recovered by Guevara. 74th minute. Calavera going forward to Tali. Tali fires, and that's Amo Tali. What a goal. 4-0 Buenos Aires.
Second of the season for Tali. Had a goal in the opener. And again, it's just coming from them playing direct balls. Right there. Cross field. Near post. The Heretic just kind of like, can't get over quick enough.
Oh, my goodness.
And I mean, you look at the statistics. This should not be a 4-0 game.
No.
But it is because one team is finishing their chances and the other isn't.
So here's Arasov, the Bjorkas to Noodle, and that's going to be tipped away by Oakdown.
And also one team is getting saves like that.
Yeah. But
as that corner comes to absolutely nothing. What is this, Yas Marina circuit? Nothing corners.
Oh my God, Val. Guevara forward to Brooks Bertrand over the night. Knight taking it up the sideline, going around looking for Tali, and that's going to be saved by the Heretic.
Yeah, Buenos Aires' attack is just guns blazing today.
I thought the yellow card picked up, but by Brooks Bertrand this time. Jeeves on the corner, 2 minutes of stoppage time. So Normus barely keeps that in bounds. Gets it to Staines. Staines goes back to Arasov, forward to Normus, and that's going to be Ketchup Noodle with the first goal of the game for Cairo. And it's 4-1.
And if you're Buenos Aires' accountant, you're happy right now because you don't have to pay a clean sheet bonus for what will most likely be just a consolation goal. Just a tap in there at the back post by Noodle. But
God,
yeah.
Val.
What? Got to keep a positive cash flow or whatever.
You're soft over the tally. That's going to be the game. Buenos Aires takes a commanding 4-1 victory. My God, look at the XG compared to the actual score.
That's football sometimes. One team took their chances and scored with some low percentage shots that, you couldn't really blame the Heretic for because, the shots were, they were just that well placed.
Yeah.
And the other team was just wasteful. And also, Oakdown was stupendous.
Yeah. And
How having 3 of the back 4 on yellow cards for a lot of that game, Cairo City. I wonder how much that affected them as well, because you can't really close down on an attacker as much as you'd like, because then you're risking that second yellow, which is a red card, which is not good unless you're Nathan Jones, in which case you get under less pressure. As we go into Sao Paulo versus Catalunya, 2 teams that exist.
This is why I do introductions to the game.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I was looking at my notes and I didn't misread CAI as CAT. So I was about to say, they both lost by 3 goal deficits. No, Catalunya won.
Yes, Catalunya did win. By 1.
2-1 over AS Puri on that first day, while Sao Paulo lost 6-3 to Tokyo.
No, I love casting with you. It's always just, I look forward to it every time.
Occasionally, I have my smooth brain moments.
Here's Lexington. Over to England, to Fred. Going back to Mayhem. They're just dancing around right on the outside of the box. Now we're going farther away from the box. The goal is that way, everybody. Never mind. Here's Athênai. I'm not sure what that was. I'm pretty sure Athênai just dribbled it to Gunnarsson. Just like, here you go.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting storyline in this game, actually, regarding Athênai, who was on loan at Catalunya last season and was excellent for them. Now back at Sao Paulo. See how much he helps their push to avoid the drop.
Yeah. So here's Fist going forward to Busquets. Over to McFlopface, to Mueller, to Maple. Good right back pass over there. Still say missed opportunity for Sao Paulo to sign a second defender named Concord to pair with Lexington. Here's Fred over to Newman, to England, and that's going to be wide.
I'm not sure England actually meant to shoot that, but I think that goes down as a shot.
That was a very dangerous clearance as Newman was right there. But McFlopface going forward to Busquets. It's going to be intercepted by Anshaw and cleared out by Rage. Gunnarsson miles out of the goal, but it works out as JJ and Coach. Is it because Gunnarsson was 10 miles out of the goal? No, it's not.
Lexington took a step. Because Lexington took a step. Because we got a corner here.
Out of the air. He's going to be headed away by Juliusson. Over to Mayhem. Fred, who has picked up a yellow card. I did not catch when, but apparently it happened. Here's Fist heading it back to Gunnarsson, who's just going to pick it up. Stand at the edge of the box, dance around a little bit, think about what they want to do with it. Rolls it out to Juliusson, forward to Mueller. Mueller going forward to Okocha. And that's going to be pocket picked by Newman over to England. To Siege, keeps it in bounds barely, goes back for Newman. Newman wasn't where Siege wanted him to be. Fist clears the ball out, but it's recovered by Anshaw, who gets it back into the box. It's going to be headed away by Juliusson, recovered by Fred, and we're going to keep trying to get it right back into the box. Here we go. Newman going for a Brimvik. That's going to be headed away, and now that one's actually going to roll out of bounds, and we're done being in the box.
And Brimovic, by the way, 2 goals in that loss to Tokyo. The other goal for Sao Paulo was scored by Coffee Biscuit. Ooh. They have a formidable front line if they can get the ball to them.
Yeah. Here's Newman going back. Oh, good block by Juliusson.
Yeah, this has been an uncharacteristically shaky start to the game for Catalunya.
Yeah. Here's Järvinen over to Maple. Maple going deep for Vins. Vins takes it to the back line. JJ Okocha goes wide.
Gotta finish that.
Yeah.
Gotta finish that. That was a good ball in.
Yeah.
And you had the far post wide open. Just pulled it a little bit too far.
There is no way the keeper gets to that if you hit that far post. But here's Anshaw with the header, saved by Gunnarsson.
Yeah, easy save in the end. Not a lot of pace on that header. Pretty comfortable for Alexander Gunnarsson.
Whew. Here's a free kick by Shaw that's going to be headed away by Järvinen. And cleared out by Busquets, but recovered by Shaw, who goes back, and that's going to be...
Boing,
the ball just, okay, Rodi somehow at like the 10 o'clock of the stadium. Sure. Anavier, over to Anshaw.
Why are we talking about time?
Because time is fake, and that's... But I'll tell you what's not fake. That goal by Zlatan Ibrahimovic. 1-0 Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo get the goal that, frankly, they have deserved in this first half. Sometimes you make your own luck. Because I feel like this is just a lucky bounce toward Ibrahimovic, but you make your luck. It's put in Anavier. It's a good save by Gunnarsson, but no one's there to clear the rebound. And Ibrahimovic just pounces. There's no real way that Gunnarsson could do anything else.
Ooh, those lines are close. I was going to be so upset if the time is fake, but I'll tell you what is not fake. That goal got called back for offside. I would be so sad.
The lines are a mirage.
The lines are fake. He's rising. The Vins. They're looking for the quick retaliation goal, but can't find it. Ooh, good tackle. No foul called, though. McFlopface. Going to Vins. Takes it into the box. And Vins shoots, and it's going to be blocked. It's going to be cleared out. Ibrahimovic taking it up the side. That's challenged out by Mojo Rising. Whew.
Yeah, Rising was the super sub last year, but with Anavier back in Sao Paulo, gonna take the starting role back, I do believe.
So here's Gunnarsson taking it to the edge of the box, rolls it out to Fist, who just goes right back to Gunnarsson. It's going to be cleared all the way to the other side of the field. Picked up by Anshaw. Ibrahimovic going forward to Newman. Newman taking it into the box, has to beat Vins. Goes for the cross. Nobody home except for Juliusson, who, is wearing a different color kit than you. So that's probably not going to score. Here's
they
Newman.
They both have red in their kits.
You know what? That is fair. And Charlotte out of the air! Pascal out of the air. What a goal! It is 2-0 Sao Paulo.
How's that for some narrative punch? The former Catalunya player strikes against the former team. As that one was played out wide to Anshaw. That's just a tap in. That's a really good ball. But what is the defending from Catalunya? This is not the Catalunya that, we have known the last couple seasons in this first half.
Right.
Like it feels like Sao Paulo have just completely thrown them off their game. I need to take a look at the stats again, but I don't feel like they've been possessing the ball as well as they usually do. They haven't been as dangerous when they have the ball. It's just like, what is this?
All right, here's Fred going out to Anshaw to Ibrahimovic, who just kind of yeets that. That looks like he got into row H this time. And that's going to take us to the half. It is 2-0 Sao Paulo.
Yeah, and a 2-0 lead they do, in fact, deserve. They've created more chances. They've created better chances. They've actually finished their chances. And like I said, they've been throwing Catalunya off their game. Catalunya like to play, that quick passing, not super direct. They're not completing a ton. They're completing 84% of their passes, which isn't particularly great. And they only have 50% of the possession. Sao Paulo has done a fantastic job at just absolutely stymieing them. So tip of the cap to Sao Paulo for a very good first half. Let's see how Catalunya respond in the second half.
Yeah, it's it was one of those things where the game was close and then all of a sudden it just wasn't anymore. And now it's 2-0.
Still competitive.
This is true. As I said earlier, no deficit insurmountable. No lead is safe. You can get the job done.
Yep, you gotta come out better in the second half than that first half, though. Because if you're Catalunya, if you're a team with that sort of ambition of competing at the top, that first half is unacceptable.
Yeah. So
as we have, doesn't look like we have any changes.
it's going to be the same deal that I said with Cairo last game. You're going to have to get out. You're going to have to get out here. You're going to have to act quickly. You got to get that first goal on the board very fast. But and don't allow them to get a goal in the time that you should be scoring that goal.
Score goals, don't allow them. Simple.
It's simple. Just score goals, Fivehead. Here's Mojo Rising. But
Rising a bit too much there.
This is the kind of hard-hitting analysis you get when I'm on a cast. Whoa! Was that not called? That was a disgusting slide that's right in the middle of the box, somehow not called. Anavier picks up.
That was a disgusting act. We are ashamed that we had it on your television.
Jarvinen clears it out. Over to Mojo Rising, going forward to Okocha. JJ Okocha taking it up the side. Kicks it past Siege, looking for Rising, but headed away by Anshaw, who's going to get over to Abrimovic. Takes it past midfield. Running up the close sideline here. Challenged by Jarvinen, but missed. Abrimovic. Oh. All right, then.
Oh, I am so sorry, Juha Jarvinen. But you're going to be on a poster for the next week. Whoa.
Yeah.
Zlatan and Abrimovic just banishing into the shadow realm.
And Char going back to Abrimovic. What a shot from Zlatan Abrimovic, and that's the second goal of the game. 3-0 Sao Paulo.
What a start to the season from Abrimovic. That's 4 goals already. So right up there in that Golden Boot race.
Right in the Golden Boot race.
Yeah, but Sao Paulo just picking up where they left off in that first half. And Abrimovic, I mean, like I said, absolutely posterized Jarvinen, and then right there just grabs the second goal of the game like it's absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that shot had authority on it. Oh. Looked like they went for the free kick goal, but Gunnarsson said, no. Not this time. 66th minute here. Gunnarsson really thinking it out, just goes all the way to the other side of the field. But it's going to be picked up by Sao Paulo. Abrimovic going forward to Biscuit. Biscuit fires, and that's too narrow. No goal for you. Vince.
You swiped your redeem a goal gift card and it got denied. Sorry.
Ooh, sorry, that coupon expired a week ago. Fist over to Jarvinen, to Busquets, to Muir. Intercepted by Anavier. They must have thought Anavier was still playing for Catalunya. Spoiler, Anavier is not. So here's Anshaw going forward into the box all by themselves. Jarvinen catches up. They go back to Abrimovic, and then Zlatan Abrimovic with the hat trick. 4-0 Sao Paulo.
Just absolutely ruthless. It's these constant pullbacks to Abrimovic, and Abrimovic is just not wasting any chance, any time. It's been on that left flank a lot of, especially in the second half, a lot of Sao Paulo's movement has gone through that left flank, and once again, Zlatan Abrimovic benefits with a hat trick. So one behind 44 right there in the
Golden Boot. Oh my goodness. He has rage out to Mayhem over the Siege.
I mean, this has been a statement from Sao Paulo. Like, they are not going to be like, we are just going to hope and barely survive on the final day like last season. No, they are like, we're not effing going down.
Yeah. Sao Paulo is having a statement today. Buenos Aires had their statement game today. And then Athênai in Tokyo just had to go and tie and be boring. But here's a Kocha going forward to Maple. Rising, and there you go. You don't have to pay the clean sheet here either. But this time we're still in the 71st minute. There's still time. There's a lot that they have to do, but there's still time.
Yeah, just a good finish to the near post by Rising. Kind of feel like the keeper might want that one back, but it's a consolation goal for now. But there's 20 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Who knows what could happen?
Camera issues again. That's fine. Here's Siege. Trying to get past Okocha. Can't. Okocha with the recovery. Gets it over to Maple. Maple forward to Busquets. To Vins. Vins takes it to the edge of the box and then goes forward to Okocha. And that looked like it was off the post. And that goes in. Budget Busquets. We have a second goal and we have a game.
Game on. Catalunya looked dead in the water, but they're showing some signs of life. And that's a good finish by Busquets. A little bit too much space allowed to Busquets by the Sao Paulo defense. But perhaps I spoke a bit too soon about that statement, but this game just got really interesting, and we still got like 17 minutes to go.
Yeah. So here's Fred going forward to Abramovic. Abramovic going back to Newman, running forward. Here's Siege taking it into the box, trying to get past Vins. Looking for Abramovic, but it's going to be blocked out by Fist, who gets it all the way out to Okocha. Okocha in the box, fires, and that's going to be a corner kick as it is blocked.
How much do you think that offside goal in the first half is living in Catalunya's minds right now?
Oh my God.
How much that would have changed the game. I only bring that up because that was Okocha on the shot, and I believe it was Okocha's goal that was offside.
It was Okocha's goal, yeah. Here's Yarvinen, headed in by Rising into the box. Busquets to Rising, and Busquets again, and that's just a bit outside of the goal. Here's Anavier back to Siege on the throw-in. Newman going forward. Back line, looking for Abramovic again. Gunnarsson just kind of throws himself in the middle of it. They've caught on to the give the ball to Abramovic strategy, but can they continue to stop it? Only about 10 minutes left in this game. They still have 2 goals to make up. Here's Yarvinen forward to Rising. Rising to the back corner. Goes for the long cross to Okocha. Okocha gets it outside the box, gets it to Mueller, over to Vins. Vins takes it into the box. Goes back to Okocha to Yarvinen. Fires! Rising! Fires! Everybody fires! Nobody scores! We have a corner!
Yeah, Sao Paulo blocking every shot on the planet there. But Catalunya have pulled themselves back into this game, but when you have that many opportunities in quick succession, you gotta bury one of them.
Yeah. Here's Vins going deep for Mojo. Rising finds him. Lexington catches up, but Dogwood Maple! It's a wild game!
Oh, baby. This game just got extra spicy, and what was looking like a Samba party has turned into a nail biter. You cannot give Dogwood Maple that much time and space to make a run and finish. You just can't. That's just like, yeesh.
How much stoppage time? We have 4 minutes of stoppage time. Is anything going to happen? 92nd minute. Vins over to Okocha to McFlopface. Goes back to Mueller. Going forward to Okocha. Okocha keeps it under possession, but it's going to be intercepted by Lexington. Gets it over to Siege. Siege goes forward to Anavier. That's going to be intercepted by Juliusson. Going back to Mueller. Going to Vins. Vins goes to Busquets. To Yarvinen into the box. Tripped! No call! Rising into the seats.
Oh, that is extra spicy. I have nothing to add other than, oh, yes.
And that's the game. My goodness. What a game.
I mean, credit to Catalunya for dragging themselves back into a game that they were not in for the first hour. But They came too little too late. Though that first hour was not good enough. But fair play to Sao Paulo. You know, they take the 4-0 lead, and they hold on for dear life. That was not, easy. But that's 3 points in the bag against a good team. That's going to really help you at season end.
Yeah. And it's like you said, unfortunately, it's a missed opportunities for Catalunya. We had the called back goal. Even at the end there, the no call on the penalty. We had a really ugly other no call that I can't remember who that was in favor of. But
there's also that one flurry where Sao Paulo just blocked everything.
Yeah. It's just
they had a bunch of Dikembe Mutombos, but they can't use their hands.
We are right into game 4. All right, AS Paris versus Hollywood. Paris wearing the blue, Hollywood wearing the white. We are right into it now. Here's Bull going over to Alistair. Alistair fires. No.
Hollywood winning their opener 4-1 over Cairo. Paris fell 2-1 to Catalunya. They gave up a penalty for the game winner in that one. Hollywood, of course, getting goals from Tiki Taka and Ribby Bobby. Ribby Bobby! Not me giving away what I had for dinner.
You had Ribby Bobby? Is that like a new restaurant chain? All right, somebody needs to open a ribs place and call it Ribby Bobby. Oh my goodness, what happened? That all happened so fast. Rashford Cortez playing injured with the challenge to keep it out of the goal. Papadopoulos going forward, trying to get past possible, takes it to the back corner, takes a dive. They get the free kick. Now we're back on the other side of the field.
Alexa, play the Benny Hill theme.
Papadopoulos can't find him. Now we're going to be picked up here. Here's Taka over the Ling Kwai. Takes it into the box. Trailed by Brisky and Washburn. Taken by Val over the Putneska to Rashford. Rashford fires. And that's going to be wide? Narrow? He missed the goal.
What that last game does.
Is Alistair going forward to Leonidas Papadopoulos? Can't quite outpace Jarrow, though, who gets the clearance, but picked up by Zanetti. Over the Horvat to Brisky. Takes it to the back line, looking for Papadopoulos, but it's going to be snatched out of the air by Scott Sterling.
Things are flying right now, and I don't think they're pigs.
I don't think they're pigs.
Like the saying, when pigs fly, I don't think
I got what you were going for. It took me a second to hear that. I heard it, but didn't process it. Oh, boy.
There's one that's wide. How are we already in, the 35th minute?
I don't know. All right, 37th minute over to Alistair. Going to Oak, and that's fired way over the goal. 43rd minute now. Ling Kwai to Valor over to Ribby Bobby. Into the box.
Renaming your player, but you are now Ribby Bobby.
That's going to be a goal kick. All right. Cincinnati over to Snooks. Alistair, but it's going to be intercepted by Costanza. Forward to Possible. To Putneska. Over to Ribby Bobby. To Tiki Taka. There's one line There's one line I'm waiting to use, but it has to have a very specific situation to come up here. Here's Ling Kwai, and that's going to be blocked by Washburn. Barfoot dives for it, thinks he would have made the save, but you never know. Here is Gerard to take the corner, and that's going to be headed away. That's how we go into the half in a 0-0 tie.
Of all the halves of football I've watched, that was certainly one of them. Hollywood good, but haven't scored yet. Paris have held their own, but
Paris just came back up from Div 2.
Mm-hmm.
And they're holding their own against Hollywood, which is very, very promising to see if you're a Paris fan.
Yeah, obviously being at home is nice, but it's still Hollywood. They are inevitable. Yeah. I'm not betting against them until I see them actually fall.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy.
Horrible gambling strategy, but I am vocally anti sports gambling as Alessio Calvatori comes in for, I believe that was Valor?
It was Valor, yes. Here's Rashford to Costanza. Costanza goes back to Rashford. Good slide by Alistair, but held on to by Rashford. Costanza takes it into the box. He's going to be mildly jostled, but Cortez still playing hurt out there. We're having a throw-in on the opposite side of the field from Zanetti. Zanetti over to Alistair to Oak. They're inside the box now. Here's Ricky Bobby. And we're going to have Oak go back to Snooks, to Oak, to Zanetti, as Ricky Bobby tries to get in the middle of it all, but can't. Looking for Papadopoulos, headed away by Jarrow. But Oak just kind of lazily dribbles it forward right to Ricky Bobby. We go tiki-taka over to Ling Kwai. Ling Kwai goes in and out of the box, gets it to Rashford, over to Kwai again, to Rashford again. Over to Calvator. Calvator goes to Putneska. Putneska goes forward to Bobby, to Rashford. Oh, I thought that was a shot, but it goes all the way to possible. Intercepted by Oak. Oak going to Alistair. Alistair taking it past midfield.
With how long she's been playing hurt, do you think her name is now Isabella Sortes?
Ricky Bobby! No, impossible!
I had an invasive thought that I needed to get off my chest.
Tiki Taka was shot from the edge of the box! And it's 1-0 Hollywood.
Like I said, Hollywood is inevitable. And this one comes from a recycle. Win the ball back, send it long. That is not an easy finish from Tiki Taka. The positioning and where that shot is from. That is a very difficult finish. Kept onside there by the defender on the near side. I couldn't quite tell who that was.
Oh, boy. Zanetti.
Traveling around the world this quickly leads to some jet lag and also internet issues.
Sterling to Jarrow to Putneska. Putneska over to Bobby. Taka just shoved out of the way by Horvat. It's going to be taken up by Oak. Oak to the back corner. Looking for a corner kick. You can't just declare that. Alistair over the... Oh, that's Heather Ball! It looks like they were looking for Papadopoulos, and then Papadopoulos just kind of casually passed it back to Heather Ball, and we have an equalizer.
Yeah, Paris get the equalizer kind of against the run of play. I mean, they've looked decent at times. A great ball by Papadopoulos to fine ball. Very selfless play. And 1-1. Spicy. Here's
Revy Bobby.
I am abusing the word spicy today. I don't care.
Kwai over the Rashford, back over the Kwai, back to Rashford. Rashford keeping it in the box, over to Ricky Bobby. Possible just over the net. It's going to be a goal kick.
Using the word spicy because the world needs more than one Scovillain, and I'm taking it from Game Freak.
Scovillain now, honestly, one of my favorite Pokemon in the new game. I love that thing. Ling Kwai looking for Bobby, but headed away by Snooks.
Tangents today.
Zanetti. I just felt my phone buzz. I hope that wasn't like one of my neighbors reporting me for volume. We have an injury to Isabella Cortez.
She was to Sortes. In comes Sebastian Pelletier to fill in on that side.
Oh, it is a text message that I've received at 12:05 in the morning. Okay. Oh,
Go to bed.
it is not a noise complaint. Alistair going to Oak Papadopoulos, and that's off the post. But he's offside anyway.
Hollywood playing with a little fire there. Paris have more than held their own. They've created, they haven't seen a ton of the ball, but they've been dangerous at times.
Yep, Barfoot snatches that shot out of the air.
Like, if they can get one late on the counter, they're, they stand a chance of getting a point, maybe all three. As much as Hollywood is inevitable, which, I've been harping on about today.
Yeah. Here's Jarrow to possible to Bobby. Bobby going for Ling Kwai. Fires. Blocked by Barfoot, who stances up. Blocks it out. 87th minute. And now we have Costanza going all the way back to Sterling. Snooks with the header, but recovered by Ricky Bobby. Gets it over to Taka. To Miko Rashford. Forward to Tiki Taka. Tiki Taka with the fire in the score! 88th minute. 2-1 Hollywood.
Ball. So it comes from this ball by Rashford. Tiki-taka just... the defense parts like the Red Sea there. And Tiki-taka says, thank you very much. Second of the game for Taka. Third of the season. Had a goal in their season opener. But do we have some late drama? Ooh. It's like the aliens from Toy Story.
Wait, Tiki-taka! Ooh, almost got that hat trick. And if Tiki-taka would have gotten that hat trick, that would have put him right in the middle of the Golden Boot race. But Cowboys.
Honestly, should have taken another touch there, because then you just have the goalie beaten. It's an open net, but there's the final whistle.
Oh man, that is a rough loss for Paris because they played so well for so long, and then they just Taka snuck one past them in the 88th minute, and that's
how this game goes. Sometimes you bend but don't break, you bend but don't break, and then you break.
Yep.
Hollywood, inevitable, etc. If you take a shot every time I've said Hollywood is inevitable or right up there in the Golden Boot race or spicy, I'm apologizing in advance for your alcohol poisoning.
and the unfortunate injury to Sortez is I think didn't really help things either. But hey, here's a familiar sight. Hollywood sitting at the top of the table. As they are the only team with 6 points. So they jump Tokyo, they jump Athênai. The Buenos Aires moves up with their big win today. Sao Paulo moves up with their win today. But all in all,
Catalunya drops.
Yeah.
Their loss.
That was a fun day of soccer.
Yeah, you had a little bit for everyone.
Yep. But
unless you like 0-0s, in which case, sorry, not here. I've seen plenty of good 0-0s. I've also seen a lot of dreadfully boring ones.
Yeah. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up here for us. If you stuck it out with us through all 4 games, I highly appreciate it. I hope you had a good time, as good of a time as me and Val sounded like we were having. So, but, until... God, I'm out of practice with the closing.
Until next time.
Until next time, I've been Zenlos.
I've been Val.
Have a good night.